Joining us now to weigh in on these comments and to give us some details of the plans of the Trump team is Steve Moore, a Fox News contributor who joins us now. You willing to make a bet with Bill Gross on this, Steve? Because I know you say it's going to be 3 and 4% for 8 years, right?
Well, I said 4% for 5 years, and I think we can do that if we get the program in place. I mean, I think you'd add 1 percentage point of GDP.
Well, what's to stop the program from getting in place? You got the Republicans in the House and the Senate and the executive, yeah. So it's going to pass, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's going to be. The Republicans still don't have a filibuster-proof Senate. So, look, there's always obstacles. Congress can always foul things up. But, look, I do think we're going to get the tax cut passed, and I think we get 1% more growth in the GDP from just that alone. And if you look at the other components, you know, the regulatory relief, the energy policies, getting rid of Obamacare, I mean, those are all pro-growth. I'd ask Bill Gross, what about our plan don't you think causes growth? I mean, tax cuts are pro-growth, energy policy is pro-growth, regulatory reform is pro-growth. I don't get his analysis.
Well, another thing I don't get, because Trump and you in particular have been specific about this, is that you've designed a lot of it to benefit the smaller businesses. Yep. He says it's just going to benefit the big guys, the big insiders. It almost sounded like he was talking about a Hillary Clinton campaign or a Hillary Clinton transition team. But he says it will only focus the big players, the insiders, to which you say what?
I say I don't think Bill Gross actually knows what our plan is, frankly, David. I really don't. I mean, I'd love to sit down with him and for 10 minutes just say, Bill, here's what we're doing. Our 15% tax rate is for the Korean grocer down the store, or the kid selling lemonade that has a profit is going to pay a 15% tax, not 30 and 35%. I don't think he knows that. And I think also on the individual side, you know, Hillary was running around saying it's a big tax cut for the rich. We do lower the rates. But, David, we take away the deductions. I mean, Reagan did that in '86, so it's not on net a tax cut. They're going to have lower rates, but they're not going to be able to shelter their income.
Mike Kelly, Pennsylvania Republican on the Ways and Means Committee, so very well qualified to talk about tax cuts. And, Congressman, when will we see a tax cut?
You're going to see them very soon, and as you know, Ashley, and I think what Stephen talked about, this is all about jobs, 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 and more jobs. And President Reagan said, what's good for the American worker is good for America. The money that we're taking from these people now is going to be given back to them for them to spend it the way they think is the best way to spend it. Listen, job growth, economy growing. A robust and dynamic economy is the answer to all the single problems that we have in our country right now. Just vision this. Where people have more money to spend the way they think they should spend it. The people who actually go out every day and earn it. Investment back into the economy. This is going to be a tremendous advantage for everybody across America. So I'm so excited about it because the first time we've had somebody who's actually from the private sector who's going to be putting forth, and this is incredibly important. Politicians make policy. They've never, ever done what they make policy for. I want to get people who are actually there, the boots on the ground, the people that work with it every day. They know about investment. They know that when you make the right investments, you hire more people, you buy more equipment. The people who make the equipment have a stronger job, a stronger economy. This affects every single American. This puts every single American in a better position to do with their money what they want to do with their money, invest it the right way, spend it the right way, and do what's best for them, their families, their communities, and for America. This is a tremendous opportunity.
Steve Moore argues that businesses should get the tax break first before individuals. Do you agree, and why?
Listen, when businesses get the break, individuals are going to get the break because we know businesses are made up of individuals. So we try to categorize these people in two different things. No, it's not true. Every business that I've ever been involved with, and I'm a businessman myself, I have 150 people that work for me. Every 2 weeks I make sure they get paid. Now, I can only do that when we have the type of economy that we can grow in. So when you have to spend 6.1 billion hours figuring out the tax code and billions of dollars to make sure you're right, all that time and all that money, imagine, Ashley, that money, that time now being now repositioned into pro-growth policies.
I'm imagining, Congressman. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
His biggest change would be to cut the 7 current tax rates down to 3, so we go to 12, 25, top rate of 33 instead of 39.6. Corporate rate goes from 35 to 15. He would also allow many business owners and partnerships to use that 15% for their personal pass-through taxes. That would cut their taxes by more than half. Now, he would also add new deductions for child care. He would cap itemized deductions. He would eliminate the estate tax. That's a big one. And he would cut that 3.8% surcharge on capital gains, so that goes from 23.8 to 20%. Bottom line for different income groups, let's take a look. Couples filing jointly, so those who make the median income, that's around 51K. Their tax rate goes from 25 to 12%. Now, those making between 127 and 200, they see their rates drop to 25 from 33. And the very top earners, they go from 39.6 to 33.